Hi, I'm Josh Bell with the Miami Marlins. I wear NeuroGuard to help with strength and coordination when I'm in the weight room and help with balance when I'm on the baseball field.
One of the most comfortable, reduces concussion, increases performance. You can't get a mouthpiece like that on the market.
Not only is it a great product, it's super easy to use. I recommend it for any player at any age or any level. Thank you guys so much, and go check out NeuroGuard Plus.
NeuroGuard mouthpiece makes it easy to breathe while playing basketball. The unique design is not as bulky as any other mouthpiece and makes you feel safe in concussions.
NeuroGuard. It controls my breathing while I'm writing. It stops me getting concussions while I wreck. It's very easy to use, so go pick one up today.
You know, I'm still doing stunts. You know, and with concussions I've got, and I feel much safer with that. I'm doing, like I said, I'm doing a whole lot better in the gym. So NeuroGuard Plus, you know, once this one wears out, you've got a customer for life, because I'm telling you people, NeuroGuard Plus is the way to go, and me, Mark Ash, says so.
Parents, kids, coaches, NeuroGuard. It's the future. Stay tuned.
All right, everybody, now's the time. Brown right, motion, tailback slant. Let's put the women and children to bed and go looking for fun, all right? On one, ready? Go, 13! Coming up, go, 13!
Playoff time in Texas. The playoff tree is out, and we are here to talk 2A football. Hello, everybody. Terry Bennett, Grant Goodwin here, sideline to sideline, the by-district edition, and just going to go ahead and get it out of the way now and say it. We love you 2025 regular season, but we are so happy to be in the playoffs. Well, you didn't make the playoffs this year. Sorry about that.
No, I did.
No,
I did. I was like number
tiebreakers.
one seed.
No, Coach
number one
X was
seed,
second.
region one, dude.
Playoff tree was fourth. You were fifth. Playoff tree scored
You're
42
points.
points.
I am
I
am the number one seed.
Forsad's going to beat Holly and
If we
run
seeded
them
them like the NCAA March Madness, I'd be a one seed, and you're a play-in.
Oh,
And you're playing Coach X.
The way, oh, then I'm fine. I'm good.
Yeah,
the way what the NCAA
you bring
wants,
JV against that dude.
NCAA wants to like basically just make all the basketball tournament a play-in. They're trying to go to like 75 teams now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's their future goal.
Do you know how packed Hooters will be? That's like everybody getting vasectomies on that first round, you know, and everybody shows up. You never heard that?
No.
Okay. Well, maybe I got a vasectomy for the wrong reason.
Wait, no. Okay, I know we got a lot of football to talk about, but color me intrigued. What the hell are you talking about?
Because everybody goes and gets vasectomies on round one so they can skip work and go to Hooters. Yes. God almighty.
Why would you just say you have a cold?
Well, I don't know.
Why is it
Some guys like to go extreme. Everything's permanent. I like that too.
Some guys like to go
Yeah, that's
extreme.
right.
All
That's right.
After all that, hello everybody again. This is Sideline to Sideline. We talk Texas high school football 2A, 3A, and 4A because it's the playoffs. So you're splitting these shows up because we pick every game in the playoffs. Now, in saying that, I'm not being rude to people, but if we don't break down your game and it's 5-5 versus 6-4, it's just how that works. We can't break down every game.
That comes about in the third round.
About the
right?
third round. And we will break down
After
some key
area
games.
round.
Yes, and we will break down key games, but we used to break down every game. And when people said, hey, look, we really love the show, but it's hour 3 and y'all are just in Region 1, Division 1. Can you speed it up a little bit? Yep. And speaking of, if you know the rules, the third show of the night, this is the first show, the third show of the night might be one of those because that's when, I'm just saying, energy drinks are being poured. It's football weather. Well, it was. We're going to get into this terrible cycle where it's going to be really awesome on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then really hot on Thursday and Friday.
Yeah, but next week,
supposed to be,
it's going back, and I think we'll stay cool after that.
And to be fair, to be honest, today's not terrible. 70 degrees, can't really complain about that.
Yeah.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I am now putting up the brackets for 2A Division 1. I do apologize for how it's going to look for the first couple weeks. Don't blame us. Blame the UIL. So many teams. It'll be a little harder to see, but it gets better as we go along. Also, as you can tell, we got these from Dave Campbell, so we want to thank Dave Campbell for providing these brackets.
Yeah, the authority in Texas high school football, basically,
outside
right?
of 4A, 3A, and 2A. They're like the Matt Stepp's like the deputy. We deputize them.
Sometimes he has to point out that, hey, you mentioned somebody that's injured.
Hey, we all, and by the way,
Step knows.
Oh, Step knows, and we appreciate that because he could make it a big thing on pages, but he doesn't. He just hey, y'all missed this or y'all missed that. No, we're just kidding, Step. Even though I do think you're wrong about Sideline, we'll talk about that in 4A.
Oh, I don't. I agree with him 100%, dude.
Do you even know what he said?
Yes, I do. I read it. On Smokey?
Yeah. I don't know, man.
I'm
just telling you what I've heard from people. It's not as stoic as people think. Not that, anyway, let's just go. We'll worry about that in the 4A. All right, here we go, folks. We're going to start 2A Division 1, Region 1. We're going to go right down the list. We're going to pick games. A couple of them we'll point out some notes and stuff. And we're going to start with maybe the surprise of Region 1 this year. Stinnett, West Texas, 10-0 versus Abernathy, 5-4. This game is 6 p.m. Friday at Hereford's Whiteface Stadium.
I wonder why 6 o'clock.
Was they trying to do a second game there? Well, no, because you wouldn't do that. Maybe it's just maybe they just want to get in and get out.
With the cold wind coming in from West Texas. Speaking of West Texas, look, Abernathy has been really good over the last few years. A little bit of I'm not going to say a down year for them, but not quite as good for the Antelopes as what they have been lately. And they're taking on a West Texas team with a quarterback, Cade Winters, who is the ultimate dual threat out in Region 1. Region 1 right now, I'm telling you, could roll through Stinnett, Texas.
And by the way, we will do that after each week. After our pick of the region, we'll kind of give our region favorite of that. And I totally agree with that.
And I'm not saying that for sure right now. I'm just saying Cade Winters and that offense is really darn good. Give me West Texas over Abernathy.
Yeah, give me West Texas over Abernathy. I don't think it'll be close. It won't be ugly, but it'll be a for sure win.
And Coach X didn't do any.
No, he didn't do any 2As. Okay. You can see Coach X or hear Coach X on 3A and 4A. I'm really surprised, by the way, on his right end. I think maybe he forgot about playoff tree. He didn't say one thing about him.
Well, he did in his lead in.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I missed that line because I read it.
So West Texas will take on the winner. We think West Texas will take on the winner of 7-3 Hawley versus 4-6 Forsan at Mustang Stadium Thursday night at 7 o'clock in Sweetwater. Give me Hawley in this one.
Well, since you said I was Forsan, give me Hawley in this one as well. Hey, I was impressed.
It'd be a great game, second round matchup, West Texas and Hawley.
Yeah, and I want to say this about Forsan. I was impressed. They took Ozona to the mat a couple weeks ago. They ended up losing 46-40, but Hawley's just too much for them.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to New Home 8-2 versus Highland Park out of Amarillo 4-6. Really, just right outside of Amarillo. Thursday at Florida's Tire Stadium? Tire
Stadium.
I didn't know if that was if I was reading that wrong with an L or not. Give me New Home.
Yeah, New Home all day on this one.
Here's an interesting one. Sonora 7-3 versus Stanford 6-4, 7 p.m. Thursday at Big Springs Memorial Stadium. I mean, this is worthy of a second round game.
Yeah, it is. I'm going to take Stanford to in this game to beat Sonora. I think it'll be New Home and Stanford in the second round.
Yeah, give me Stanford as well. They when you look at their losses, Lubbock Christian, Albany 21-7, Cisco 30-20. A couple weeks ago, Hawley 36-28. Sonora just they have the unluckiness of being up against a better district, top to bottom. In fact, I kind of feel like Stanford might win this by 2 or 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, and then here's the big one: Ozona 10-0 taking on a 7-3 Anson team Friday night in Big Spring. So if you're out in the West Texas area, you can just go get a hotel room Thursday and Friday in Big Spring and see 2 great games because Ozona and Anson 7:30 Friday at Big Spring. Ozona undefeated. Kristen Villarreal,
amazing season.
Yeah, 500 yards, something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy numbers. But they're taking on an Anson team who's played a pretty brutal schedule. Give me Anson in this one to take on the winner of New Deal and Spearman.
I thought you were going to go with Ozona, and I agree with you. Now, the only thing that's concerning is Anson's against Cisco, a team that's going to run the ball a lot. They kind of got drove down in the ground a couple weeks ago, but just looking at the overall, Anson's just played better teams throughout the year. And in fact, I even think if Ozona would win, it would be kind of an upset.
Yeah, I do too. So, all right, we both have Anson taking on the winner of New Deal 6-3 and 6-4 Spearman Friday at Canyon's Happy State Bank Stadium, 4 p.m., 4 o'clock kickoff. Love that stadium, by the way. Give me New Deal, but this might be the game of the region.
Man, you know, I was so ready to say Spearman. I knew they had lost last week to Panhandle. And I understand that they might not have had anything to play for, depending on where they were, and so they didn't throw out their best. But if they'd have won, they'd have tied for district. But anyway, they got beat 67-12. That's a little bit concerning.
Yeah.
Give me New Deal, but I do think this is going to be a sneaky, really, really good game.
Yeah, New Deal Anson in the second round would be nice. All right, 9-1 Cisco taking on 4-6 Cristoval Thursday at Jim Ned's Indian Stadium, or Tuscola's Indian Stadium at 7 o'clock. Give me Cisco, man. They are on a roll.
And nobody's really talking about it.
I mean, they lost, week 1, I think, something like that, right?
Let me check. I think it was early.
Cisco's one loss was very early.
Week 1 to Clyde, a really good Clyde team turned to be really good this year. 33-13. Since then, they've won 9 in a row, including beating Hawley, beating Anson. We've talked about him a little bit on the show a couple times, like when they played Hawley and when they played Anson, but just statewide, you just don't see a lot of talk about the Lobos.
No, you don't. And they'll take on, so we both have Cristoval or Cisco.
Yes.
And they'll take on the winner of 8-2 Panhandle, who's playing 8-2 Post Antelopes Friday at Tulia's Younger Field, 6 o'clock. Give me Panhandle, but man, just because Broxton Robinson, I mean, he's one of my favorite players in Class 2A. Saw him last year in person against Sunray. This kid is a player. This is a big time quarterback, but Post is going to give them problems, though.
Dude, I think this might be one of the toughest first round matchups for a team. A lot of people feel is one of the region favorites. Of course, Post last year shocked the state when they upset Sunray, Panhandle's district brethren. Now, Post this year, not quite as good, but I mean, they're 2 losses, by 1 to Farwell and by 13 to New Deal. And we just talked about New Deal. Panhandle, I think, but do not be surprised if this is an upset. Panhandle they've been great. Again, they scored 67 in their last game, but they haven't been quite as
well. West Texas kind of exposed a little bit,
right?
Yes. Against Panhandle. Panhandle showed some vulnerability. I think they lost to that Lubbock. What was it?
It was Dalhart. There's no shame in that.
Dalhart's like what, 9-1, right?
It's no shame in that. But I agree with you about on the spending.
But Cisco and Panhandle, what a great second round matchup. Heck, even if it were Post and Cisco, it would be a great second round matchup.
No, I agree.
All right, Region 2. Let's go to the top. Hamilton 8-2, taking on 5-4 Tioga in Godley on Friday at 7 o'clock. Give me Hamilton, but Tioga, I don't know. I think they can keep it close, but I like Hamilton.
Look, this region, we've talked about it on here. We've talked about it on the Munster show because they're in the same region, but in a different division. This is not the strongest region, but what makes that fun is it's not the strongest region. A lot of teams are bunched up together. The issue with Tioga is their defense. They can't stop anybody, but they can score with anybody. But at the end of the day, I think Hamilton's just a little bit better football team. But I do think this is going to be a really close one. Mildred 8-2 versus Dawson 5-5. This game is Thursday, 7 p.m. at Corsicana's Community National Bank and Trust Stadium, a very underrated stadium.
Yeah, and if you're on the home side and you want to sit up top in Corsicana, be ready for a hike. I hope you've been working out.
Yes, it's a straight up.
It's almost like LSU's Tiger Stadium, right?
LSU, like A. Martin, and Lufkin.
A&M.
A&M, yeah, A&M's pretty much like that.
Just straight up. But, yeah, Mildred and Dawson winner will take on, we think, Hamilton in the second round. Give me Mildred, Trenton Hallis at running back, Luke McKendry, quarterback, just a really dynamic offense Mildred has, and I don't think Dawson has quite the defense to slow Mildred down.
Give me Dawson in the upset.
Oh, okay.
Just looking at going by who they've played. I know Dawson's 5-5, but they've lost to teams like Cairns and Axtell. We'll be talking about Axtell here in a minute.
Axtell probably them and Frankston are my region favorites.
Yeah, and so and we're going to pick some upsets here. Alfred 8-2 versus Heiko 6-4. This game is at 7 p.m. Friday at Brock's Eagles Stadium. I think this might be their first ever playoff game they're hosting.
Oh, really?
I think. I could be wrong. Remember, they just now put in new lights and things like that. So they're trying to upgrade their facilities. Good to see them getting games. Give me Alfred in this one.
Yeah, I like Alfred in this one. They'll take on the winner of Valley Mills, who's 7-3. Price Carlisle, who's at 500-5-5. They play over in Kaufman on Thursday. Give me Price Carlisle.
Give me Price Carlisle too. Clay Baker coming back. Their record is a lot of it's they're young, but also who they've played. They've played a tougher schedule, in my opinion, than Valley Mills. I think it's a one-possession game, but I like Price Carlisle. Axtell, as we were talking about, 8-1 versus Cayuga, 6-4. This game is 7 p.m. Thursday at Groesbeck's Goat Stadium. Give me Axtell.
Yeah, give me Axtell. And this is being played Thursday in Groesbeck, like you said, which used to be a palace.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And it still is. It's
just
unique stadium, though. It's a great game experience. If you've never been out there, go check out a game in Groesbeck. But I like Axtell, too, and they'll take on the winner of 8-2 Tom Beans and 6-4 Bangs. This is over in Cranberry Pirate Stadium, which is a nice stadium as well. Man, this one's tough. I don't know where I'm leaning here. Maybe Tom Bean, but I think Bangs has a chance to pull it off.
Again, when you look at who they've played, Bangs has played probably a tougher schedule, but their losses have been pretty bad.
Pretty bad, yeah.
Hamilton beat them 47-20. De Leon beat them 60-20. That defense struggling tells me Tom Bean, who can score with anybody, their issue is a defensive problem. I think this will be
over-under is what, about 80 points?
Yeah, possibly. Really, because now Tom Bean's stats are going to look good because they shut out teams like Valley View and Trenton, but like against Wolf City, they gave up 42 in the loss. Against Alfred, they gave up 49 in the win. Against Tioga, they gave up 40 in the win. So I think Tom Bean's going to win, but this is an upset alert just simply because bad defenses in the playoffs always can put you in an upset alert.
Yeah, but I don't think it gets Tom Bean this round.
No.
I think the offense, Tom Bean, will answer the bell, and they will beat Bangs. All right, 10-0 Frankston versus 7-3 Bosqueville Thursday in Ennis at 7 o'clock. Let me tell you right here, Bosqueville is no pushover, right? I like Frankston in this game because, look, their defense only allows about 12 points a game.
Yep. I mean, and they're physical, dude.
Yeah.
They are
very
so
physical. Offensively, they can move the football. They're very balanced, and they played a very tough schedule, right?
Yes.
So I like Frankston, but this does have a potential to be a good game. They'll take on the winner of De Leon and Wolf City.
The thing with Frankston is, I mean, they've never done this. Like, they've never been 10-0 before.
Right.
They've never been ranked in the top 5. Heck, this is only their 15th playoff appearance.
Yeah.
So is this going to be a situation where they blink? Now, the good thing is, of those 14 playoff appearances, it's all been half of them been in the last 5 and 6 years.
Yeah.
So at least they understand the playoffs. But as you always know, man, it's a big difference when you go in, and I hope we go a couple rounds to you're considered. I don't want to say the prohibitive region
The front
favorite.
runner, right?
Yeah, I think they're a front runner, as we talked about with Axtell and maybe
Them and
Hamilton.
Axtell,
and
I would
Hamilton.
think.
Hamilton made
Yeah,
it last
Hamilton,
year.
yeah.
And Hamilton gave Stanford a great game in that state semifinal. Everybody thought that was going to be a 4 or 5 touchdown blowout, and it really wasn't. But I got Franklin in this one.
Frank Stun.
Frank Stun. I don't know why I said Franklin.
Man, you're jumping the gun.
Wow,
Bro.
I'd love to see Franklin against 2A defenses. That'd be
God.
it'd be like playing PlayStation
1,200 yards a game rushing.
on the rookie. Yeah. All right, let's go. The last one. De Leon 7-3 versus Wolf City 5-5. This game is 7 p.m. Friday at Saginaw's Pioneer Stadium. We all know of Wolf City and H.T. Davis. The problem is they can't stop anyone.
I know, and De Leon can move the football and they can score points.
Yes, and look,
and they're going to outscore Wolf City.
I think they will. But in saying that, Wolf City's offense, as we talk about bad defenses, when you have a high octane offense, you get a couple turnovers early, you get up 28-0, and then you just hold on. But I don't think they'll do it. It's a shame because I thought Wolf City was going to be a little bit better this year, but give me the Bearcats in this one. And I think it gets away late.
De Leon and Frankston would be a nice second round match.
Oh, it'd be a great one. You go, man, De Leon just lost to Hamilton last week for district. It was 27-26, and I think they missed the 2-point conversion.
Oh, wow.
Their only other losses were to Stanford 33-20 in Munster. Man, Frankston, if you know, as funny as we talk about how this region isn't strong, if Frankston gets through the region, they will have actually gone through the meat of what would be this with Bosqueville. Because I'm like you, Bosqueville is a way better team than a fourth place team in most districts.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go down to Region 3 now. Oh, I'm sorry. Region favorite early on for Region 1. We forgot to do that.
For Region 1, Region 1, I think it's Senate, West Texas.
I do too. All right, and in Region 2, I think it's Frankston.
I think it's Frankston, but man, I think Axtell is a very close very close.
I agree.
It's 1A, 1B.
And again, don't forget Hamilton, the team that returned everybody that went to the state semifinals last year.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Region 3. This is way different than Region 2. It is packed. Maybe not as tough as it was last year, but man, it is still going to be a grind. We'll start out Honey Grove 9-1 versus Union Grove 7-3. This game is 7 p.m. Friday at Emory's Wildcat Stadium. Give me Honey Grove, but Union Grove they're not a sloppy team, man. They're scrappy.
No, they are scrappy, but do they have the cats on defense to handle Rylan Morris at Honey Grove?
And that's going to be the thing for Honey Grove.
Yeah.
I have a funny feeling he's been playing a lot, but Mr. Morris, you're about to start playing 75, 80 snaps a game because he plays defense as well.
He probably won't come off the field.
It's going to be a great matchup, though, because Union Grove has a couple really, really good linebackers. This is one of those games I think will be close early, but Honey Grove will eventually grind them down.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Centerville 5-5 versus Joaquin 6-4, 7:30 p.m. Friday. Bullards Panther Stadium. Joaquin's another team to me that's way better than their 6-4
Centerville
record.
has speed.
Yes, they always do, man.
They've got speed, and they've got probably a little bit more speed than Joaquin. But I like Joaquin in this one, and that'll set up a nice revenge game in the second round for Honey Grove and Joaquin. Joaquin outlasted Honey Grove last year in the region finals, I believe it was.
Yeah, 46-22.
At the Star in Frisco.
Yep.
I think Honey Grove will come in primed for revenge. So I think Joaquin takes care of business in a second round playoff or area round game, Honey Grove and Joaquin.
All right, Elysian Fields 9-1 versus Como Picton 6-4, 7 p.m. Thursday, Glade Waters, Jack V. Murphy Stadium. First of all, I just want to say, congratulations, Como Picton, making their 8th all-time playoff appearance after these last few years of 1-9, 1-9, 1-9, 2-8. So just to be here,
3 more than Frankston.
That's a good point.
And Frankston might well win the region.
Yeah, and I will say this:
Como Picton might be a powerhouse. The Eagles.
I don't think Como Picton wins this game, but Elysian Fields at 9-1 is not like Elysian Fields of a few years ago that was a region threat.
Well, I mean, their only loss was to Wascom.
Yes.
What, last week?
Yes.
I believe it was.
FM9 battle. And again, I think Elysian Fields is good. Don't get me wrong. And I think with the right the right break, they could make a run. I think they could pull off an upset or two. I'm just saying this isn't the same Elysian Fields that was 11-3 a few years ago that lost to I guess it was Wascom. They beat Wascom and then lost to Wascom in the region final. I do think they'll end up winning though. But again, congratulations to Como.
Yeah, we both think Elysian Field wins, and they'll take on the winner, Garrison and Corrigan Camden. That's Thursday at the Tomato Bowl in Jacksonville. Give me Garrison, man. Avery Yarborough, running back, just too tough for that Corrigan Camden defense.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And man, I miss when Corrigan Camden used to just pencil them in at 9-1, 10-0, and they were going to go.
First state championship game I ever saw in my life was Corrigan Camden versus Quanah. I think it was Quanah.
Was that like
over at Pennington?
87?
I don't remember the year.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember them winning that, because that was a time when East Texas was kind of
might have been 88.
It might have been because that might be because that was a year like Marshall. Like a lot of teams made runs that hadn't in a long time. All right, let's go now to where we at? Oh,
St. Augustine and Groveton. St. Augustine 7-3. Groveton. Groveton just the opposite, 3-7. This is at Dragon Stadium Friday night in Nacogdoches. Give me St. Augustine, man. I think St. Augustine might be one of the Region 3 favorites.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Actually, Wascom 8-2 versus Cooper 5-5. This game is at 7 p.m. Friday at Mineola's Meredith Memorial Stadium, another underrated stadium.
Yeah, I love that stadium.
I think Wascom's going to win, but I think Cooper is going to give them everything they could handle.
I hope Cooper can stop the run.
Well, they won't. That's why they'll end up losing. But like against Honeygrove, they were down 21-0 and clawed back, and twice had the ball inside the Honeygrove 5-yard line. And give the Warriors credit, they made the stops. But if they score those two, they beat Honeygrove 36-35 instead of losing 35-22. Now that is a rivalry game and things that matters. Give me Wascom, but don't be surprised if this is a closer game than what people are thinking.
Yeah. All right. Jewett-Leon 10-0 versus 3-7 Shelbyville Thursday night at Palestine's Wildcat Stadium, 7:00. Jewett-Leon comes in with one of the hottest dual threat quarterbacks in Region 3 in Landon Thomas.
And Shelbyville comes in playing a murderer's row and
the toughest schedule in all of Class 2A, be it Division 1 or Division 2. Without a doubt, the Dragons have played the toughest schedule and still only came out 3-7. That's why Shelbyville's going to win this ball game.
I had the Dragons. I like Jewett-Leon, but when you go look at who they played, now is Shelbyville wore down from that schedule? We have to see.
That's true.
But still, if they can figure it out, I stick by them being a dark horse in this region. I stick by that. Especially when you look at who they'd have in the second round. I think they're better than both of those teams. So we both have Shelbyville, and in the second round, they'd play the winner of Omaha Pewitt 7-3 versus Beckville 7-3. This game 7 p.m. Thursday at Marshall Maverick Stadium.
Oh, a shithole.
That
whole town,
man. Look, I love my hometown, and I love that.
That's your hometown.
Says the guy who brought me a Lobo rally rag.
I didn't know it was the go-between between an official.
Why does he hate me? What did I do to him? What are you telling him about me?
Probably because you were on the sideline for that Carthage van game one night, and you were questioning his calls.
Was that the guy we talked to?
Yeah.
Okay, I remember him now.
Yeah.
Hey, next time you see him, just simply do that and do that. He'll know what I'm talking about.
Right.
Look, this is a beautiful first round game because this, in my opinion, is a true toss-up.
Beckville's defense is really good.
And Omaha Paul Pewitt at times looks like they're ready to take the next step and been a great season for them. And at times their offense kind of disappears, but it's usually against really good defenses. I'm going to go Beckville, but I don't feel comfortable with that pick.
I'm going to go Beckville, and I also don't feel comfortable with that pick.
I mean, the one that stands out for me, and it's not that this was a bad team, but Paul Pewitt losing to Quinlan Bowles. That's just weird. And Bowles was better than they normally have been.
That's an orphanage. How do you lose to orphanage?
You always
I'm sorry, but
there's a whole book somewhere around here about orphanage being really, really good at football. Nobody wants to talk about it.
That's true.
That
was a different day and age.
Well, yeah, nobody wants to talk about how they recruited. Everybody does the poor underdogs, and they make all the Highland Parks be the bad guy. But if you really read and research, there was a lot of I don't have a dad. Well, he does. They're just paying the dad like $1,000 to not show up so he can be an orphan. Anyway,
dude, if I had a kid and he was athletic, I'd been making money off of him too.
Hey, Neil.
That's right.
All right, let's finish up Division One with Region 4. We'll start Crawford 9-1 versus Johnson City 5-5. This game is 7:30 Friday at Bartlett's Bulldog Stadium. Give me Crawford.
Give me Crawford because in true Crawford Pirate form, this team has one of the best defenses in 2A Division 1. They're only giving up about 11 points a game. So good luck scoring on Crawford.
And it's funny because the Pirates the last few years, it was like, man, what had happened to them? They had that run of 13 wins, and they went 6-5. And then last year they eked into the playoffs and then pulled off 2 upsets. This year they're not eking. I'm like you. This defense is strong. And this defense, I think Crawford might be playing for a while.
They will play for a while because look, the meat of the region is down in the bottom part of the bracket, right?
Yep.
They get the winner of Santa Maria 7-3, Kennedy 8-2 over at West Oso Bear Stadium in Corpus. Give me Kennedy.
Yeah, give me Kennedy. Dude, their losses, they lost to Ganado by 6 points, and they were in that game. And it was back and forth.
Yeah.
Since then, they've been on a 5-game winning streak. They haven't given up more than 14 points. Santa Maria's not played, in my opinion, as tough of a schedule, so give me Kennedy. Mason 7-3 versus Marlin 2-8. Man, this used to be like a region final. 7 p.m. Thursday at Pflugerville's The Pilled. I like that. Great stadium.
Oh, yeah.
I'm really impressed.
It's the new Pennington Field.
Yes, I'm really impressed that Mason and Marlin are playing there.
I know.
Man. I know all the 5As and 6As are playing on Fridays and Saturdays, but still, I love that. Give me Mason.
Yeah, give me Mason in this. Though Marlin is still a little athletic, but I do like Mason. They'll take on the winner of 5-5 Schulenburg and 6-4 Freer Thursday in Poth. At 7:30. Give me Schulenburg in this one.
Yeah, give me Schulenburg. They're 5-5, but they've played a tougher schedule. And in fact, I think they might end up winning by 10-14. Ganado 9-1 versus Three Rivers 4-6, 7:30. Thursday at Taft's Greyhound Stadium. Give me Ganado, and it won't be close.
Yeah, I mean, too much Logan Burris and Landon Arriga for Ganado. Ganado's only loss 9-1 was to Refugio,
yeah.
I believe, right?
Yeah.
All right. They'll take on, we think, Schulenburg in the second round. All right, Thorndale 7-3 versus 6-4 Moody Thursday at Wildcat Stadium in Temple 7:00. Don't have much of a feel for this one. Maybe Thorndale.
I'm going to be unfair here, okay? And I'm saying this tongue in cheek, so Thorndale fans, don't come at me. I don't know how I can pick a team to win a 11-man playoff when a 6-man team destroyed
Gordon.
them.
It was Gordon, right?
Yeah, but Gordon played 11-man.
Right.
And it was 54-21.
3 of those 11 were FBS prospects.
Oh, yes.
I will say that.
And then the other 3 were like the right fielders in Little League. They just sat around picking up
So what are you saying about the 3 teams that lost to Thorndale?
I'm just saying. No, actually, I think Thorndale wins this game. Thorndale's a really good team. And you're right. People don't understand. If you gave Gordon just depth, not even great players, just enough to have 11 and then have about 10 more at the backup, put them in 2A Division 1, and they probably be a region team.
Yeah.
I mean, and so all jokes aside, I do think Thorndale wins.
But does it really matter? Because the winner of Thorndale Moody is fodder for Refugio and Weimar, right?
Well, no, they'll get Thorndale Moody will go Ganado or Three Rivers. Either way, they're fodder.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So either way,
Refugio plays Weimar, who's 7-3. At Victoria's Memorial Stadium. Give me Refugio. I don't think you're going to disagree with that, right?
Well, hang on. I think Refugio is going to win, but I think Weimar, and maybe I'm sticking to. I had them as a region dark horse, and it looked like they were going to be the second team if they beat Kennedy. Mm-hmm. They lost to Kennedy, and that did the whole 3 grouping, and because of how bad they got beat, I really feel bad for Weimar. But I will say this will be one of Refugio's toughest first round games in a long time.
Absolutely. Weimar is no pushover, but Refugio is just that much.
Yeah, I think this is one of those where it'll be a 1 possession at half, and then Refugio just grinds them down in the second half.
When we were in Columbus for Columbus Hitchcock, I wanted to go to Weimar for some Weimar sausage at that meat market, and we didn't get over there. So if anybody from Weimar or the area wants to message us. I will send you some money to ship me some Weimar sausage because that stuff is good.
Just do it at COD. That's the only way you're going to be able to get it. I'm just saying.
All right. They will take on the winner of 8-2 Rosebud Lot and 6-4 San Saba. This is over in Manor on Friday, I think,
Yes.
right? Man, this is a tough one. San Saba, I'm going to take San Saba in this one.
I wanted to do that. Like when I was looking at this and looking at San Saba, because I pulled them first as far as like looking up the information and stuff. And and they lost to Junction, they lost to Goldwaith, and then they lost to Mason 22-0. That was for the district championship last year. But then I remembered Rosebud Lot had lost by 12 to Bosqueville, a playoff team. Then last week, 4 district lost to Crawford 21-18.
Well,
I'm impressed with that.
Yeah.
And I know we can't, that's not mean anything, but just going off of teams I haven't seen any film on, I've only looked at stats. Give me the Cougars to win this. And I think this is a pick'em game anyway. I don't think either one of them is real too far off. All right. That's 2A Division 1 in the books. When we come back, we're going to do 2A Division 2 right here on the 2A by District Playoff Show. Sideline to sideline.
Are we minimized coming in?
Hey, Coach, are you ready to elevate your locker room experience? Well, at H&H Locker Solutions, we pride ourselves on delivering the highest quality lockers at the lowest cost in the Southeast. As a coach-owned business based in Alabama, we understand the needs of the coaches and the players alike. Our mission is to improve your locker room and streamline your process, and we're coming to Texas. Did you know we offer a free locker program? That's right. We ship all across the USA, ensuring you get the best solutions tailored just for you and your program. Want to learn more? Drop a comment or give Coach Harris, a.k.a. Ty, a call at 256-458-4427, and let's take your locker room to the next level.
Lights are bright on Friday night.
Back here, sideline to sideline, the Class 2A edition. Again, if you're a fan of all high school football, we also have a 3A and 4A edition we're recording tonight. We did Division 1. We forgot to do the region finals for 3 and 4. For 4, it's Refugio.
Yeah.
I think Refugio,
Refugio and Ganado.
Yeah,
right?
and then 3, Crawford. Wait, no, Crawford's in 4. Crap. I can't remember now. Somebody in 3.
we already did 3, though.
I know, but we didn't pick our region favorite.
I thought we did.
No, we did 1 and 2. We didn't 3.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
well, you'll have to tune in next week.
Yes, there you go. All right, let's go to Division 2. Where are we starting?
All right, let's start in Region 1, and that would be Stratford versus Morton. Stratford 7-2, Morton 2-7. This is over in Hereford Thursday night at 7:00. Give me Stratford. Too much. Stratford's quarterback Chase Laname has been dynamic this year, and I don't think Morton's going to stop him. Who do you have?
I've got Stratford by a lot.
And they'll play the winner of 6-4 El Dorado and 6-4 Tahoka. This is Friday at Sweetwater's Mustang Bowl, 7:00. Give me Tahoka in this one.
Give me Tahoka. I think this is going to be a really good game, though. I do think the winner of this is just fodder for Stratford. Stratford's got a really nice path to the region finals, in my opinion, up there.
The next team, Hale Center, 9-1, taking on 3-5 Bovina over at Happy State Bank Stadium in Canyon. Let me tell you, Hale Center might have one of the best defenses in the state. They they pitched 5 shutouts, and they only allow about 8 points a game.
No, you're right. But that's a third round game, so it should be tough. Actually, that's a third round game. Yeah. By the way, Hale Center has one of the best uniforms. They're the Owls, and they have that baby blue with the yellow. It just looks really, really good. Yeah, it's funny you talk about that. So they're 9-1, 9-game winning streak. They began the year giving up 33 points to Ropes, losing 33-0, and then proceeded to pitch, as you talked about, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shutouts. They did give up 28 points to Sedan, but the Hornets are a solid team. We'll be talking about them here in a second. Give me Hale Center, and I don't think this will be close. Well, it might only be close because Hale Center miite be just wanting to get in, play defense, shut them down, and get out, and not try to show too much. But it's still going to be 28-0.
Right. And that's not really close, but that's closer than
most people would think.
Well, 28-0 in high school football in the lower classifications is closer.
Feels different.
Right. It is. It's weird. But if A&M or Texas or somebody goes and beats somebody 28, wow, they kicked their asses.
Yeah, let's
Isn't
not.
it weird?
Yeah, I remember that looking up at the scoreboard at Texas as they were up 34-10 over Vandy, and that. Yeah, I saw how that ended. But no, you're right, 100%. All right, Seagraves 6-3 versus Iran 7-3 Friday 7 p.m. Snyder's Tigers Stadium. Who do you have?
Oh, man, I have no feel for this one, to be honest with you. Iran is the last 2 years has gotten back to where the Braves have been. Seagraves has played a tougher schedule, I think, maybe.
Yeah, losing to Post, losing to Post by 14, to Tahoka by 1, losing to Ropes 51-21, but Ropes is Ropes, man. They're really, really good.
Yeah. I think I like Iran, but it's going to be close.
I agree with you right there.
Okay.
All right. Speaking of Ropesville Ropes 9-1 versus McCamey 3-7, 7 p.m. Friday at Snyder's Tigers Stadium. Snyder's getting some great game. Thursday and Friday. Okay, I thought that first said both Friday at first. Again, Ropes on the year, 9-1, 9th in the state. They got a great look too. Their only loss was to New Homes, and that was a competitive game, week 2 of the season. Other than that, man, they really weren't challenged. And I mean that. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shutouts. Outside of that New Home game, they didn't give up more than 21 points. Their closest game outside of that one was beating Seagraves 51-21.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a team last year. They were 11-11. They returned that stud.
They were 11-11.
I mean, they returned. No, they were 11-2. They returned.
What state did they play in? They played that many games.
Oh, anyway.
I like Ropes in this one as well. And they take on the winner of Seagraves, Iran. We both have Ropes and Iran in the second round. That'd be a great, tasty matchup, by the way, right?
No, actually, no, they would take on
Sudan and Farwell. That's
and they've already played, by the way. Let's go ahead and talk about that one. Sudan 8-2. Farwell 6-3. This is 7 p.m. Friday at Dimmitt's Bobcat Stadium. Ropes has already played Sudan, beat them 55-13. Just for just to let you know that. In saying that,
I think Sudan wins this game.
I do too, but this is one of those first round games that I think goes either way. I think this is a 7-point game. We talked a little bit about Sudan and what they've done. The Steers of Farwell, they lose to Abernathy, and then back-to-back losing to Groover and Stratford, but you knew that was going to happen.
That's a tough schedule,
It's
though.
a very tough schedule, and, they returned 17 from a team that was 5-7 last year. I couldn't remember if they did. I couldn't remember if they played in the first round against Sudan. Actually, they did. Last year, they beat Sudan 41-20 in this same round. Not that means anything. Give me Farwell.
Okay, and I like Sudan.
It's a pick 'em on this one, man. Honestly, because a lot of this is one of those you try to find information on, and it's just really, really hard. All right, Wink 8-2 versus Sundown 4-6. This game is Thursday 7 p.m. at Andrews Mustang Bowl. Man, Wink has really become just a consistent. We're going to win 8 games or more, and we're going to play for a couple rounds in the playoffs every year.
Yeah, and it all starts. That Wink offense starts with their running back Kemet Fassane. Right. And I don't know that Sudan can stop him. So give me Wink, and they'll take on the winner of Groover and Lockney. But who do you like first?
Wink. Last year they beat Sundown in this round 50-0. I think Sundown's a little better than that, 50-0, but not much. I think it's 35-7. Wink's a team that second round. Let's go ahead. Groover 8-2 versus Lockney.
That's a tough one for Wink.
Yeah, that's a tough.
It's a tough one for Groover too.
Yeah, exactly.
I think Groover beats Lockney. Right. This is Thursday at Wildcat Stadium in Amarillo. I think Wink and Groover would be a great second round matchup. I might take actually Groover in that second round, but we're not gonna. All
right. So who is your region favorite right now?
I think my region favorite might be Hell Center, man.
I like that. I'm thinking Ropes, Hell Center, and Stratford. Though I can't really pick between those three right now.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna. You mentioned okay. I think it's gonna be Ropes and Hell Center in the region finals, and I think Ropes might get. If it's Ropes and Hell Center in the region finals, That's going to be one heck of a game.
And look, the thing I love about this region, when you look at it, the way it is built, you've got Stratford and Health Center as a possible third-round game. That's a great third-round game. You've got Ropes and the winner of Wink and Groover as a possible third-round game.
Mhm.
So both sides will have to fight just to get to the region final. There is no easy path. And I mean, unless there's upsets. And then, if that always happens, I don't feel like in this region there's going to be many upsets. But anyway, all right, let's now move down to Region 2, or as everybody calls it, Munster and everybody else. But we're going to start at the top. Wheeler 9-1 versus Electra 5-5 Thursday at Childress Fair Park Stadium. Oh, man.
Give me Wheeler.
Give me Wheeler. And I know Electra's 5-5, but I feel like this is going to be a little bit closer, but give me Wheeler.
I don't think this one's going to be real close.
I have no problem with that. Collinsville 8-2 versus Roscoe 3-7 Friday, Graham's Newton Field. This won't be close. Give me the Pirates by a lot.
Yeah, Collinsville with their dual threat quarterback, Paxton Davidson, just way too much for that Roscoe defense.
I promise you this region's really deep. It's just all at the very top, and there's a lot of bottom feeding, and you're going to see that in this first round. Windthorst 8-2 versus Clarendon 2-8. Friday, Vernon's Lions Stadium. Give me Windthorst. They can name their score.
Yeah, Windthorst hold, eh?
Now, this is an interesting one. Hamlin 8-2 versus Lindsay 8-2, 7 p.m. Friday, Iowa Parks Hawk Stadium.
Very beat up Lindsay.
Getting healthier, but a very beat up Lindsay team.
But you better be 100% healthy against Hamlin.
Man, I don't want to go. I've been rooting for Lindsay. I love their coach. He's been there forever. He's a guy that knows how to win with whatever he has. They always run the same schemes, but it changes whenever they have different things. But man, when you look at Hamlin, their two losses, now they're bad losses, but their two losses are to Anson 49-6 and then Albany 33-0. They lost the beginning of the year, won 8 in a row, and then lost last week in district. I was surprised how bad Albany beat them. I'm going to stick with Lindsay, but this is going to be a one possession game.
I am going Lindsay as well. As long as Lindsay is 80% healthy, I like them.
Yes, that's a good point.
Yeah. So I'm going to take Lindsay, assuming they're at least 80% healthy. And that'll set up a nice second round matchup against Albany 8-2 versus Santos 6-4. Also in Graham on Thursday. Give me Albany in this one.
Yeah, give me Albany in this one. They'll name their score. Though Santos is very much improved where they were the last few years. All right, where are we going now?
All right, Petrolia 8-2 versus 5-5 Quanah in Iowa Park on Thursday. Give me Petrolia in this one.
Yeah, give me Petrolia in this one. And then Munster 8-2 versus Cross Plains 4-6, 7 p.m.
Oh, actually, wouldn't Albany and Petrolia?
Yeah, Albany. It'd be. Oh, it's still Hamlin and Lindsay and Windthorst.
Yeah.
I know that's or even Hamlin. If Hamlin were to win, Hamlin and Windthorst. Again, after this outside of Hamlin and Lindsay, that being a tough first round game. After the first round, there's going to be a lot of ugly games. But man, starting in the second round in this region is when it's going to get really, really interesting. Yeah. Munster 8-2 versus Cross Plains 4-6. Mineral Wells Thursday 7 p.m. Munster's going to win. They're going to name their score.
Yeah. Agreed.
Wellington 8-2 versus Haskell 6-4, 7 p.m. at Burnett's Bulldog Stadium Thursday, 7 p.m. That's a very nice stadium as well.
Yeah.
Give me Wellington, but I think this is going to be a closer game.
Yeah, I like it. Wellington as well. And I don't know how close it's going to be. I think Wellington maybe doesn't name their score, but I think it's by 2 to 3 touchdown. And that'll give Munster a nice test in the second round.
I still think overall, it feels like we're going to get a Collinsville Munster rematch. Maybe Lindsay, if they can keep getting healthy.
It might be either Munster Collinsville or Munster Wheeler or. Yeah, Munster Wheeler.
If Lindsay can get enough healthy by the time if they can survive that, and I think there's a chance they have a couple more.
That's a lot of ifs, though.
Yeah, it is, and that's the thing about football, man. You can have the best roster, and then injuries just take a toll. But if they can survive and get a couple guys back, I still think beginning of the season, roster to roster, they're a better team than Collinsville. Collinsville, though, beat them on the field. That's all that matters.
Yep.
All right, let's go to Region 3.
Yep.
We've got Cumbie. Welcome to the playoffs, Cumbie. I know they made it last year, but again, this is a team. This is only like their 13th appearance into the playoffs. Ronnie Green has done a really good job there as they made the playoffs last year at 5-6. This year, I think they took the district. Yeah, I think they took the district. Let me see. Yeah, they beat Maud. So they took the district. 5-1, 6-4 overall, but man, they lost to Tom Bean, Union Grove, and Como Picton, all playoff teams. And one of those games was competitive, the other weren't. In saying all that, I know this isn't Mart and everybody, but when you look at this region, Mart has a path that could, I think Mart's still a team that's going to be a threat in this region. So give me Mart.
When Mart gets into the tournament, it's a different story, right?
Yeah, we hope at least.
Yeah, Mart beats Cumbie. I think Cumbie might be able to keep it close for a little bit, but Mart, the Panthers are going to. I think at the end of the day, the Mart Panthers are going to beat the Trojans by quite a bit.
Well, and I mean, I think Mart will cherish. This is probably the first time in 9 years that they
don't have the target on their back.
That they're the underdog.
Yeah,
that they're the scrappy Mart team.
They're not the underdog in this game.
No, they're not.
But the next game they would be, because Avondale 6-4 is taking on an 8-2 Lovelady team in Woodville, right?
Yeah,
the home of Playoff Tree. I think he's from Woodville.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Went to school at Pine Tree.
Huh?
Went to school at Pine Tree.
Yeah, Pine Tree.
Did you know that he was going to play football at SFA until he found out about the mascot?
Oh, and all those accidents.
PTSD.
I don't know where he went after that.
He went to Nam. He served in Nam.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, did 4 tours. He's a helicopter pilot.
A pilot? Wow.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I know, man.
So Evadale and Lovelady, man. Lovelady's 8-2, Evadale's 6-4. But look, this Lovelady offense averages around 50 points a game.
Yes.
And I don't think Evadale's defense is going to be able to even come close to limiting Lovelady. Lovelady might be one of the dark horses in Region 3.
Their problem is their defense is terrible. I mean,
right. But when you got an offense like that, right?
Oh no, I know. But I mean, we talk about it. When you have one side that is so much better than the other, that side
they managed.
It's like
to go 8-2 with that.
Oh,
defense.
I know. No, again, but in their losses, they gave up 82 and 77. I mean, that's my point. Now, in saying that, I think Evandale will score points against Lovelady, but you're right; they will not match Lovelady's points per. This is going to be a 65-45 type of game, though. That's how Lovelady is going to win. If they're gonna make a run, they're going to be outscoring everybody.
Yeah. All right. Bremont 10-0 versus Sims Bowie, who is 3-7. This is over in Bullard on Thursday. Bremont undefeated, and the reason they're going to beat Sims Bowie like a government mule is Tank Scott. They're running back for Bremont. And this Bremont defense only allows about 12.5 points a game.
And I'm calling it now. Tank Scott is going to have over 155 yards on less than 5 carries. They're going to get him in the first quarter.
Yeah.
I'm calling it. They'll be up 28-0, and they'll sit them. Because Sims Bowie can score with some teams. You remember last year?
But not on this Bremont.
But not on this Bremont defense. And they're not going to stop Bremont. They're not going to
Bremont might be one of the most complete teams in the region, if not the state, actually.
I will say this.
Complimentary wise,
there is a really good chance that the region championship might be a basketball score with some of the teams in this region and their offenses this year.
Yeah.
This is one of the most offensive prolific regions of all the classes that we cover.
Absolutely.
Grapeland.
Bremont will take on the winner of Grapeland Deweyville. Go ahead.
7-3, 6-4 Thursday. Beaumont's Doggett Family Stadium. That's a tough, that's an interesting second round matchup for Bremont because I've got.
I got a confession to make here.
What?
I know about 95 to 98% of all stadiums in Texas.
But you don't know Doggett?
As do you.
Yep.
And we've been to a lot. If we hadn't been to them, we've been by them. Don't know where Doggett Family Stadium is.
I have a lot of my family when
Does
they moved.
Does it look like OU's Gaylord Family Stadium? Like, what makes it a family?
Oh,
stadium?
I have a lot of family
friendly,
when they moved from Louisiana over into East Texas. They settled in Beaumont. I've been to Beaumont many times. I've never seen a Beaumont high school football game, and I've never been to a Beaumont stadium. I guess this is maybe where French played. Well, no, French closed.
French closed a long time ago.
Yeah. Who is even in Beaumont? Is it just Beaumont now? Like, I mean, when's the last time we talked Beaumont football?
Right. Well, yeah, closest we've been is West Orange Stark, Ridge City.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Okay, but all things being said, give me Grapeland and give me Grapeland big time in this one. Though Deweyville is pretty darn good.
Hey, and if you go to the game, email us pictures. We want to see what Doggett Family
and maybe
Stadium.
some actual coordinates as well. Drop a pin. We'll meet you there. We'll buy you a hot dog.
All right, Mount Enterprise 10-0.
We'll bring Playoff Tree with us.
There we go. Put him in our pocket.
Stick in the
mud.
mud.
He can fly us over there
in his private playoff.
Well, I mean, he
treat
did
yet.
so good in Vietnam, they gave him a
I
helicopter.
don't think he was in Vietnam.
in
I think
Vietnam.
that's stolen valor.
Oh,
He's
wow. You're saying
it.
all these right here are stolen valor, sir? He earned
Those are
these.
press credentials. Those are not.
This is the hat he wore in Vietnam.
Run the damn
ball.
ball.
It really confused the enemy.
Run the damn gooks out.
All right, Mount Enterprise 10-0 versus West Hardin 4-6, 7:30 Friday. Lufkin's. Did they change the name?
It's
or they
still
just,
Abe
it's
Martin,
Abe
I
Martin.
think.
You talk about a straight shot up. Abe Martin's field is literally built. It's a mini LSU as far as the stadium. You're going to walk forever. I think they finally put a elevator up. Give me Mount Enterprise, but I will say this: Mount Enterprise bad defense, and they have a bad defense. Will keep teams in it longer. But Kagan Ash is. I think if they play long enough, he's going to be one of those running backs that has like 1,500 yards in the playoffs alone.
Yeah, they'll beat the Oilers because of that. But the problem is their second round matchup. Chilton 9-1, Clarksville 7-3 over in Kaufman on Friday. I think Chilton wins this game, and Chilton Mount Enterprise. Chilton might expose that Mount Enterprise defense.
Maybe, and for the record,
I'll save that for next week. But
and it's interesting because Chilton on the year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shutouts. Clarksville 7-3, but Chilton will name their score. This will get ugly, and this will get ugly early, and Clarksville can go on to basketball, which is what they like to do. West Sabine 8-2 versus Overton 6-4, 7 p.m. Thursday at Waukeen's Ram Stadium. Overton's one of those teams that's had a tough record. We're talking about who was it? We were talking about
who they played?
Shelbyville. Yeah, Shelbyville. We're talking about how tough Shelbyville's schedule is.
Prolific offense, the Mustangs aren't quite as prolific as they were last year, but there's a lot left over, right? A lot of speed on the offensive side of the ball. I like Overton in this one.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, when you look at them, their losses were by 10 to playoff Price Carlisle, by 10 to playoff Grapeland, by 14, I had to add there for a minute, by 14 to playoff Lovelady, and by 12 to by 18 to playoff Mount Enterprise, but that was a 60-42 game.
Yeah.
I think this is one of those that people will look at the records and assume Overton might even get to name their score in this one.
Yeah, I think so too. And they'll take on the winner of 5-5 Mod and 7-3 Goldthwait, being played Friday in Ennis at 7:00. Give me Goldthwait in this one.
Yeah, give me Goldthwait in this one as well. The Mod Cardinals, they're in a slog of a district. They're not that good. Goldthwait, on the other hand, their 3 losses have been all to playoff teams. Give me the Eagles by a lot.
All right, and Region 3 comes down to your favorites. I think it's the winner of, say, Bremond and Chilton, and I like Bremond to come out. Region 3.
Right now, I like Bremond and Chilton as well.
All right. And week to week, these would change.
Yeah, they
right?
can change. We go by each
we
week
can
what they look
rename
like.
our favorites, because we run the show and we get to do what we want to do.
All right, Granger 10-0 versus Dehannes 4-5.
This is Region 4.
Oh, yeah, Region 4. Sorry.
God, reset.
Friday.
Who's the professional here?
So you've been doing this a long time now, brother. You're a professional. See,
we went to the birth site aside on the sideline this past Friday, Canton, Texas.
Man, that was awesome.
It was in the press box.
Same press box.
The second window from the left, sitting from the visitor side. That's where Sideline to Sideline was born.
They should put a plaque there.
I think there was.
A mistake was made here.
It was either that or don't spit in or something. Pick up your trash.
A mistake was made in 2003 and put it right here.
But it was, Sideline to Sideline for a weird reason was born in Canton, Texas.
Well, because
which is weird because we're not close to Canton, but
because Royce City, your hometown, who was very highly ranked, was playing
but
Canton.
I wasn't living anywhere near there. I was down near the border of Mexico.
Yeah, you had to drive up that Thursday to get there by Friday. Give me Granger in this one and by a lot. The Lions. It's weird to say this about a top 6 team, but you don't really talk about them a lot, mainly because of where they're at in the region or in the state. But I mean, this is a Lion team that last year went 9-4 and returned almost everybody back from that team.
Yeah,
I think they're a verified region favorite this year.
Well, one of, but I mean, there's a glaring favorite. All right, and they'll. We both agree. Granger will win. They'll play the winner of 7-3 Agaduce and 7-3 Yorktown, which is playing Thursday in Refugio. Right.
Yep.
Agaduce and Yorktown. Yorktown wins this one big time because Yorktown has one of the most prolific quarterbacks in Region 4 and Brody Medding, 1,060 yards passing, 1,200 yards rushing.
Yeah, I think they'll be able to.
Agaduce cannot stop that. And Granger might struggle with Brody Medding in the second round. I think Granger would win that game, but it could be close.
That's when you start getting that, can a quarterback put his team on his shoulders for one game in the playoffs?
Just like Mount Enterprise. Keegan Ash put that team on his how many he can do it, but how many rounds?
Exactly. How
you
many
get
rounds?
one goal ball, you get two, do you get three? You know, so yeah. All right. Junction 10-0 taking on Somerville. 6-4 over at Laga Vista on Friday. Give me Junction, man. Junction might have one of the best defenses outside of Hell City in 2A Division II. Their defense only allows 7 points a game.
This is what is so fun about Class 2A Division II. You've got Shiner and Munster, two teams who returned the house from a state championship game last year. That was an ultra classic. Both teams are still favorites, but they are in the two toughest regions of this division.
Yeah.
Both teams are going to have to slog their way after the first round, slog their way through some battles to the point where when they get to that state semifinals, do they have enough, or is that tank going to be empty?
Right.
Because Junction, and then, as we talk about Shiner, and we were talking about Granger, and again, talking about a team like Yorktown with their quarterback take a good hop. But anyway, who do we have in this one?
We got Junction.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All right.
They'll take on the winner of Fall City and Woodsboro.
7 p.m. Thursday, Beeville's Veteran Memorial Stadium. Give me Fall City. Fall City 6-4 is a hard-earned 6-4.
Very hard-earned. Fall City generally plays one of the toughest schedules in 2A year in and year out, right?
Yep.
Sometimes it's pretty, sometimes it's not. A lot of times it's kind of a mixed bag. Right now it's a mixed bag, but I like Fall City and the Beavers.
Yeah, I do too. And if I'm not mistaken, when they played Shiner, which was, that's going to be, no, it's not. That's not, I'm sorry. The line cuts there. I was about to say Fall City and Shiner, they took Shiner to the mat. I mean, that's the toughest game Shiner's played all year score wise. So again,
what was that score?
21-14.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of those, you look at Fall City record, but you look at their path. I mean, it's going to be tough. You'd have to go through possibly Junction and Granger, but I think Fall Cities could not easily, but I think they could do that. Though they did lose to Junction in the regular season as well. Just to point that out. All right. Shiner 10-0 versus Ben Bolt 4-6, 7 p.m. Thursday at Kennedy's Lions Stadium. Thank you, Ben Bolt, for making the playoffs. Your basketballs are over here.
Yep, Shiner, no doubt. Bracketville 5-4, Burton 8-2 in San Antonio on at 6:30 on Friday. Give me Burton in this one.
Yeah, give me Burton in this one.
All right, they'll take on the winner of Lavilia and Louise in Fremont, I think it is, right?
Yes.
I guess I like Lavilia in this one.
I honestly don't know enough about these teams.
Yeah. Actually, Lavilia would play the winner of Iola and Sabinal, which is Thursday in Buda, and I like Iola big time in this one.
I like Iola too. All right, so here's the question on this one. I know Shiner, so Shiner is a region favorite, obviously.
Yeah.
Who do you see them playing right now?
Shiner and Granger in the region finals, and I like Shiner to win it.
I like Shiner and Junction, but I like Shiner to win it as well. All right, folks. That is 2A in the books. Again, we'll be doing this each and every week. We'll get more in depth on the games as they get less and less games. I want to remind you, please join our Patreon community. Go to patreon.com/L4 Media Company. If you have any questions or thoughts, you can email the show. All you have to do is email us at grantandterry@s2ssport.com. And until next time, he's Grant Goodwin. I'm Terry Bennett, and this is Sideline to Sideline, the 2A edition, right here on L4 Media.
She's the queen of the hometown fans.